Hello, hola, bienvenidos, my amigos, amigas, muchachas, muchachos. Hello. I am Miss Gigi, aka Miss Growing Guru, and you are watching Miss Growing Guru TV. This is my channel, and I welcome you all with great arms. And this is why I'm so excited in this video. This video, we will be talking about Noname and J.Cole. I was supposed to make this video. It's irrelevant. We're not gonna talk about me. Okay, so look, Noname and J.Cole. Let's get this. I got my little iPad right here because, call me bad memory, but I don't remember nothing. So this time we're going to be talking about the drama to do with them. If you want to listen to me just break down J. Cole's song, go over to my podcast, and it's called Miss Gigi Tingz. It's called Miss Gigi Tingz, and you can find my podcast on Anchor. You can find it on Spotify. You can find it on Apple Podcasts. You can find it on whatever Samsung or Androids have for podcasts. You can find it on every single platform that you listen to podcasts. My podcast is on there, and don't forget, it's called Gigi Tingz. Okay, so listen to this. In J. Cole's song, he basically is telling us how Noname made him feel and his thoughts about what she has to say and how she says it. Okay. Then Noname came back and Noname said, "Oh, it's trans women dying. It's teenagers dying. Black people are being killed on the street. Coronavirus," and he decided to make a song about me. That kind of rhymed, but that's not her words verbatim, but that's basically what she was saying. She was like, "Oh, really, J. Cole? You decided to make a song about me, but for everybody else, you was silent, right? This and that, da-da-da, and the third." First of all, Noname, I know you know, and because I know that J. Cole moves in silence. He moves at his own pace, dude. Like, J. Cole and Kendrick, they both move in silence and they talk less. So don't really be assuming what he got to do or what he didn't say, because if J. Cole said nothing, anyway, we're not gonna go down that. We're not gonna go down that route. But anyway, Noname point was that really you decided to make a song about me, but all of this stuff is going on. I love Noname. I love her music and all that. She gives me such vibes, vibrations. But in that song, I recognized how much she did not understand. When J. Cole made his song, he did a self-reflection. He looked in the mirror and he started with himself. And then he talked about the way you made him feel, and then he talked about how he felt about what you said. Well, if everything that you're saying is about the world and current events right now and what we're focused on, then tell me how he made a song just about you. Because if he's talking about what you said, then he's talking about every current event that's happening. And this is the perfect thing that I really like about the song, and I say more in my podcast, but I really like about the song is that he didn't just speak to her. He spoke to people like her, which is a mass group of people, a mass group of black people. He said this one line, and he was just talking about how you telling me I'm ignorant, but you can't be mad at me for being ignorant when what you're saying people like me need to hear, but they're not going to listen to you if you keep crucifying. That's essentially what he said, not verbatim at all. And all she could say back was, "Oh, this is happening, and yeah, all you did is make a song about me. That was irrelevant." Super. Because you might have inspired the song, and that's where you should have played your clout. You should have played your point from, "Oh, I inspired him to finally get up and say something," rather than all this stuff is going on and you just have to talk about me. And this is why I say she didn't listen. She didn't hear him. She didn't hear him at all. She wasn't listening. Honey. You have to listen actively. let me tell y'all, I was so struck by her song and how the fact that she didn't say nothing. He brought a new perspective to the table, and not a new one, but for the masses with his platform, he brought a new perspective to the conversation. And all people can focus on is that Noname inspired him. So, she's a black woman and she just inspired a black man. Ain't that what y'all been wanting? She inspired him to get up and make that song. She inspired him to look at himself, or to publicly tell us that he's looking at himself. Do you see that? She inspired him to come out publicly about what he's been going through personally and all around with all of this stuff going on. So people want to say, oh, J. Cole making shots at a black woman at a time like this. No, that's not what he did. He told you that this is how she made him feel. She told him, he told her that that he can see where she's coming from and everything that she's saying, but he just didn't agree with the way she was saying it to him. That was it. And he didn't even say he didn't agree with it necessarily. He said it made him feel some kind of way. Why don't y'all stop being a problem? And I'm talking about the fans. Why don't y'all stop being a problem? Because y'all say, oh, you're gonna throw shots at a black woman at a time like this, but you're showing division in the black community at a time like this, and J. Cole fans are seen as conscious or woke. So you want to draw a bridge through the woke community because what? Because you're not actually quote unquote woke. You're following trends and you're not listening and you're ignoring what's going on now, because talking about J. Cole throwing shots at Noname is easier than talking about what's actually happening in the world. Right. So who's really the problem? Is it the artist that came out with the song, or is it the fans that are receiving it? Do better. That's the end and that's the beginning. I thought I might need my iPad, but I don't. I'm on a roll now, because it was disappointing to hear Noname come out with that song. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play it and I'm gonna just put the name of the song right here, so hopefully this don't get copyrighted. I'm gonna play it for you because it's really short too, but it killed me how much she didn't understand from it. And I don't know how old Noname is. She's a gorgeous young woman, and she brings light to a lot of situations. But listen. Embarrassing, yes it is. Okay. I'm gonna get close.
But dreams don't come cheap. I saw a demon on my shoulders, looking like patriarchy, like scrubbing blood off the ceiling and bleaching another carpet. How my house get haunted? Why Tonya body don't embody all the life she wanted? The baby just 19. I know I dream all black. I seen her everything, immortalizing tweets all caps. They say they found her dead. One girl missing, another one go missing. One girl missing, another, but niggas in the back quiet as a church mouse. Basement studio when duty calls to get the
talking about J. Cole, and maybe she talking about Kendrick too, but look, she just talking about famous people, famous males, not saying nothing specifically J. Cole.
Out. I guess the ego hurt now. It's time to go to work. Wow, look at him go. He really doubts to write about me when the world is in smokes. When it's people and trees. When George was begging for his mother saying he couldn't breathe. He thought to write about me. One girl missing, another one go missing. One girl missing, another one. Yo, but little did I know all my reading would be about there's trans women being murdered, and this is all he can offer, and this is all y'all receive. Distract you from the convo with organizers. They talking abolishing the police, and this is a new world order. We democratizing Amazon, we burn down borders. This is new Vanguard. This is new Vanguard.
I don't know who Vanguard is. Please leave in the caption whoever Vanguard is. I'm the new Vanguard. Yeah. So you see in that song, she talked about current events. She started off by talking about current events, and this was purposeful. She started off, move my little chair back. She started off by talking about current events and put Cole last. She did that purposefully to show him that this is what's important, and then this is what you really came up with. Well, that was a disappointment. I'm still a fan of her music and all of that, because I feel like where Noname is coming from is a very common place. And this is why I don't like cancel culture, because Noname doesn't need to be canceled from me just because I don't agree with her. Noname has a multitude of valid points, and her songs, they speak volume. But it comes to the point where it's like her perspective is so common, and the way that she dissects situations is so common, that at this point it just has to be addressed in the first place. And I'm going to do what Cole did, which is bring a whole new perspective to the table in the first place. What is my perspective? My perspective is that she didn't understand what he was saying, and that she made it petty. She made the whole situation petty. And the fans are purposely distracting themselves from other real world problems, because talking about Cole and Noname is way easier than talking about Breonna Taylor, or talking about 5 men, 1 woman, 1 black woman being lynched in trees and they being deemed as suicides, when we all know what that is. It's a lynching. So I rest my case. I judge Judy on this, and or well, whatever. Look, it's over, and that's my case. So I'm arrested. I have a suitcase. I put it in the bed. What's that? Bed rest. Ah! Not just playing. It's my case is rested. So yeah, don't leave me. Don't leave me. Wait, I'm coming back. All right, now. See y'all later, my beautiful lights, or beautiful lights. Peace.
You know I could be living in the moment.